everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
This is our family-friendly. Oh, we got two people are waiting. We got our family-friendly show for the young and young at heart. Welcome, everyone. Let's get this going.
All right.
Hey, Instagram
Hello.
friends.
Hello.
And hello, Facebook friends.
We're getting started here. Thank you so much for joining us, for hanging out. Friday afternoon, it's our family-friendly set for the young and the young at heart.
All right. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching from the U.S. or another country, in which state you're in. And if there are any kids watching, we love to know if there are kids watching.
Hola, Ricardo. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal, amigo? All right. We'll switch here and get started. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for coming. Spend part of your afternoon with us. Definitely. If you know other people that might enjoy this, thank you for sharing. And we'll jump right in.
This first song we're going to play is called Born with a Broken Heart, and it was the first song off our album called Everything is Saved.
I'm born, broken hearted boy, people take it out. The world can give a break, waiting ready to bounce. I'm born, broken heart, she was broken. I'm born, broken heart, she was broken. Ooh, it's you. If you're out, wandering the streets, knock on my window, it'll open. My bed is small, so I will let the bed go easy open. You were born, broken heart, she was broken. You were born, broken heart, she was broken. Sometimes we get so confused, we keep taking go right, we get words over. Some of us come with new hearts, most of us come with huge hearts, baby. Why do you look so sad? Now, baby, stay and choose that won't be told why. Never come, baby, cause now the sun will go black and I never born, broken heart, she's broken. Never born, broken heart, she's broken. Sometimes we get so confused, we keep saying, oh, now we get what's over. Some of us come with new hearts, most of us come with new hearts, baby. Why do you look so sad?
Oh, thanks, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Let's see here.
We
got friends on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Let us know if there are where you're watching from and if there are any songs that you're in the mood to hear today. And also if there are any kids watching, we love to know their ages and who's tuning in. We are feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty good about our kid situation because we just got a friend to deliver lots of big logs for our backyard. So now our kids have logs and stumps to jump on.
And a swing.
And a new swing. We're feeling pretty good.
We were busy setting that up here, helping that set up right before the show started. Mi amigo quiere que mande un saludo a su hija. Qué buena que está también Ariet Vigil en México. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Un son en español para ti. We're going to sing a song in Spanish for my friend's daughter who is watching from Mexico City. And I've never got to meet this daughter, so this is exciting. Thank you guys so much.
How old is your daughter?
¿Cuántos años tiene tu hija, Ricardo? We're going to sing, let's do a guacamaya. How's that?
Sounds good, sure.
This is a traditional son. Now, it's different than just a traditional song. They call it a son, not a canción. Because a canción, a song, is something that's written down and has, 3 or 4 verses, and it's the same every time. And a son is something that's a living and breathing song that is not a fixed thing, because sometime when someone's going to play it at a fandango where they play this music traditionally, people are drawing on hundreds of verses that exist out there in the world, and they're also writing them on the spot in that very moment. And so each version of a son is unique and different. And so we've kind of turned it into a little bit of a song. We do the same version more or less every time, but the spirit of the song is a son, S-O-N, and that's a style of Mexican traditional music. And this is La Guacamaya. It's about the macaw bird. Guacamaya, ay qué lástima me das, ay qué lástima me das, pobrecita guacamaya.
Pobrecita guacamaya, ay qué lástima me das, ay qué lástima me das, pobrecita guacamaya.
Que te cortarán las alas, ahora cómo volarás, pobrecita guacamaya, ay qué lástima me das.
Si te cortarán las alas, ahora cómo volarás, pobrecita guacamaya, ay qué lástima me das.
Oh, vuela, 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 vuela palomita, ¿cómo quieres que vuele si me faltan las alitas? Vuela, 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 vuela palomita, ¿cómo quieres que vuele si me faltan las alitas? Guacamaya sale al campo y dile a los tiradores, vuela, 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 vuela palomita, ¿cómo quieres que vuele si me faltan las alitas? Vuela, 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 vuela palomita, ¿cómo quieres que vuele si me faltan las alitas? Vuela, vuela, vuela palomita, ¿cómo quieres que vuele si me faltan las alitas? Vuela, 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 vuela palomita, ¿cómo quieres que vuele si me faltan las alitas? Eso, ándale, gracias. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is our weekly Friday afternoon family-friendly show. We try to play a set that is good for our friends and fans in Europe that are watching, but also particularly geared towards families that are home here in quarantine in the United States right now, trying to juggle the kids and the work, and if it's a nice day or not, and what that allows you to do, and how cooped up you feel in your house. And we're trying to do something that can either just be a distraction for your kids, or the whole family can come and gather around for these shows. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
All right. You have an idea what's next?
I guess I was thinking about maybe Wake Up and Dream if you feel up for that.
Sure.
That'd be a little change of pace. Started out strong with something a little more calming. Could be nice. So we put out a new record in August, and this is a song from that newer record of ours. Now, something exciting for us is that we've got a new batch of songs that we're getting ready to thinking of, we're in the process of mixing new songs that are going to be on a new record. And tonight we're going to do a special preview for people that have been supporting us on this thing called Patreon, which is where someone can kind of become a sustaining member. They can kind of pay like a CSA, and they pay, it can be as simple as $3 a month. And that can help a band like us keep going, no matter what the ups and downs of whether we can tour or not. And so we're going to do a special performance tonight. So for those of you that are not just kids that are watching and want to come along for that special preview of brand new material tonight, we're going to do that at 8:30 Eastern over on our Patreon page. So that's something to look forward to. And here's something to look forward to. You don't even have to look forward to it any longer because it's right here. It's called Wake Up and Dream.
1, 2, 3. Come on, wake up and dream. Come on, wake up and dream. Don't drift back to sleep. You're full of lightning, fruit that's ripening. Wishing well that goes down deep. They say it can't be done, but like all the lies they've spun, it's only true if you believe it. Come on, shake off the hair wrapped around like snakes and hair. Don't tell me you don't see it. We're gonna keep dreaming as long as we're awake. As long as we're awake. Ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, la, 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 la. Come on, wake up and dream. Come on, wake up and dream. Wake up and dream in color. Say to sweet Jubilee, won't you come visit me? This dream, she needs a mother. They say it can't be done, like all the lies they've spun. It's only true if you believe it. Come on, shake off the night, wrapped around like snakes and tight. Don't tell me you don't see it. We're gonna keep dreaming as long as we're awake. As long as we're awake. Ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, la, 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 la. We're gonna keep dreaming as long as we're awake. As long as we're awake. La, 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 la. Oh, thanks everyone. I hope you all are dreaming while you're awake.
Something else special that happened this week is that we did an all Spanish set. We played songs and sang in Spanish the whole night long for an hour and a half, and it was fun because we got to dig deep into our brains for some of these old songs that we kind of got to rediscover, ones I hadn't played in over 10 years. So if you want to go check that out, that's up on YouTube and Facebook archived, and actually now on IGTV. It's up there on all these different platforms. So if you want to listen to a bunch of songs in Spanish, there's one song we didn't get to during that set that I thought we could do right now, Las Chapañecas, which I wonder if it'd be a fiddle or accordion one. Maybe fiddle. Do you feel?
Sure. I don't know which song this is, so
I didn't give you a heads up. I'm going to put you on the spot if that's all right. It's that one. Un clavel corte. Oh, and a request for Caballito Blanco is in.
All right.
Also, our friend Mark was wondering, what time is that special Patreon-only preview of new songs? And it's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And so we would love to see some of you guys there. I know some of you have been big supporters already over there, and we're very grateful for that support. Thank you guys so much. Now, we have a Caballito Blanco request. We have this song that Suze doesn't know which one we're playing next, and I'm going to surprise her with.
I feel like it sounds kind of accordion-like, doesn't it?
I think either way would be lovely. So this one's one that my friend Gary Gosen taught me. He lived in Chiapas for a good part of his life and kept going back down there as an anthropologist. And he learned Tzotzil and did a very important translation work of this indigenous, kind of almost like a Bible-like text in this region that he helped translate into Spanish and English. So a very special person who taught me this song. It's kind of like the Chiapas state anthem, you could call it. It's a song that's kind of become the song that like you just associate with Chiapas, and it's one of the states of Mexico down in the south. And you could hear it played on marimbas down when you're walking down the street of San Cristobal de las Casas, or now there's like big brass band versions. But this is just a version for a guitar and accordion.
Well, let's switch spots.
All right. And it's about someone walking down a mountain and picking a carnation flower that he's going to give to his sweetheart. All right?
Good thing you haven't done that for me. I don't like carnations.
I wasn't going to mention that, but
but I like this song.
Un clavel corté, por la sierra fui, caminito de tu lado, como el viento fui a llevarlo a tu lado. Linda flor de abril, corte ese clavel que te brindo con pasión. No me digas no, porque eres tú el secreto de mi amor. Cuando la noche llegó y con su manta de azul su blanco rancho cubrió y alegre baile empezó. Baila, mi chapañeca, baila, baila con garbo, baila, baila con aire gentil, la 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 la, baila, mi chapañeca, baila, baila con garbo, baila, mi chapañeca gentil. Un clavel corté, por la sierra fui, caminito de tu lado, como el viento fui a llevarlo a tu lado. Linda flor de abril, corte ese clavel que te brindo con pasión. No me digas no, porque eres tú el secreto de mi amor. Cuando la noche llegó y con su manto de azul su blanco rancho cubrió y alegre baile empezó. Baila, mi chapañeca, baila, baila con garbo, baila, baila con aire gentil, la 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 la, baila, mi chapañeca, baila, baila con garbo, baila, mi chapañeca gentil.
That's it. It's over so fast.
I know some of these songs are short and sweet. I mean, we could have played it for a while longer, but
we'll do it again.
We feel
that was the first time I ever played that song. I love it. I just have to learn how to do the la 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 la. It only happened twice. All right, we have a couple requests that I think we should fulfill.
I thought we should also maybe talk just for a second. You could tell a little bit about Suze's museum, because that's hopefully going to go up next week.
Okay.
And about the documentary.
Okay, we've got lots to tell you about. First of all, I just want to make an apology to carnations. It's not their fault the way they look or the way they feel. I think that the reason I don't like them is they feel so old-fashioned. It's like, our moms don't really like 60s colors because it like feels old-fashioned or something like that. It's just like it represents a different time or something, which
That's
I think our daughters will like.
I know, but do that.
I think our daughters are going to like carnations, kind of like names come around, you know, like Sophie and Ruth are really popular right now, but our parents wouldn't have named us Sophie. Well, yeah, some of them did, but anyway, the point is, I don't want to hate a flower. I don't hate it. I just prefer others.
The thing is that you love.
I would love.
You love lots of different types of flowers. What can you tell some of the people the flowers that you've planted in our garden?
I love peonies. I love lilies of the valleys. I just bought myself my first foxglove. Foxglove, anyone? Let's hear it for foxgloves. And our son bought a little snapdragon, because what's cuter than the name snapdragon for a flower? All right. Have you guys planted any flowers lately? Let me know. I like knowing what flowers.
This is kind of like a support group for people who don't like carnations but have been afraid to say it. And now they can kind of come out
on YouTube and Facebook. I know. Well,
I personally like carnations.
You do?
Well, it's because they were my grandmother's favorite flower.
My point exactly.
So I can't. That's when I see them, I think of Grandma B. So that's forever. They're beautiful because of that. So
I hear that.
And because I don't really. It's for me. It's very hard to look at a flower and know the type of flower. I don't have a brain where I can learn flower names. Is anybody else like that as well? Where you look at a flower and they look beautiful, but I can't remember what the name is or how it's different than the other one, and I feel lacking sometimes because
of that.
That's how
I feel about pop songs.
But the carnation is one that I just know because I learned it at an early age. I learned that's the flower that we would take to Grandma B.
And that's the flower he won't buy for me. Perfect. That's perfect.
I was like, all right, I know at least don't get that one. That's how I know it. That's great. All right, we have some great requests, but let's mention this is kind of important to mention that we are very excited because some dear friends of ours made a beautiful documentary about the making of our newest record and a little bit about what it's like to tour as a family. And with films, they came and filmed us walking around the land where Suze grew up on in Free Union, Virginia, and scenes from our home life and scenes with us and our whole 7-piece band at a big festival in Indiana. And this documentary, it's just short, it's just 20 minutes, but it's going to debut Tuesday night, this upcoming Tuesday night, which is when we do our normal live stream on Tuesday evenings. So we're excited that, and as part of that Tuesday night stream, we're all going to get to watch the debut of this on YouTube. We'll send the link around and then we'll all watch it together, and we'll get on there early. And so we can start chatting about it. And then you can make comments while you're watching it. And we'll be there watching it with you this coming Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, the debut of this documentary about the band and about touring with kids and just kind of an inside look behind the scenes of making this new record and talking to producer Carl Bramel. There's a lot of great stuff. So that's really exciting. We just found that out this morning that all got confirmed for a Tuesday night release. So we'll see you guys Tuesday at 8:30 on YouTube. We'll all be there. I
should just mention, if you're not on our newsletter, that's where we announce a lot of these things. You can just go to our website, davidwaxmuseum.com, and sign up on the newsletter. We don't send out a lot. It's not like every day or anything like that. But we will let you know about things like that.
Perfect. Great. Thank you for that. I thought when you were still.
Okay, yes.
One of the beautiful requests. We'll do a Donkey Jawbone song and we'll do Caballito Blanco.
All right.
Thank you for those requests. We were so busy working in the yard getting the new swing set up that we didn't make a set list. So we really appreciate the help with the set list today. It's great.
How I love when you are still like a bird.
Oh, is that?
That was pretty. I like that.
I don't know if I can remember what I did, but
5-1, just 5-1.
How I love when you are still like a bird on my windowsill. Like a bee in a daffodil. How I love when you are still. 'Cause when you're still, I can fill you up like a pitcher with no brim. Still water shows us what we know. Our dreams, however inarticulate and dim. How I love when you are still like a bird on my windowsill. like a bee in a daffodil. How I love when you are still as a bee. Yes, then I can see. Oh, I fell for you way back when. You are so beautiful, I've tried to be dutiful to the lovers that we might have been. How I love when you are still like a bird on my windowsill. Like a bee in a daffodil. How I love when you are still. 'Cause when we talk amidst corn stalks, you sway as they do with the breeze. The world I've built, it walks on stilts. Oh, watch how it falls down with such ease. How I love when you are still like a bird on my windowsill. Like a bee in a daffodil. How I love when you are still.
Oh, thanks everyone.
Did I repeat a verse?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It didn't matter. It gave me the giggles to like think the song was over and it wasn't.
Sometimes I get lost in the song and I'm like, I don't know what verse, and I got verses confused in that song, the order, because it's not a song that works like others where there's a clear narrative. Like this part, this verse has to happen first, and then this verse. That, like any of those verses, kind of, maybe the last one needs to be last, but in a way it could be jumbled up and it would still retain the same meaning.
I think so,
which is kind of what's cool about a song, or especially those sones that I was talking about earlier. When you have these traditional Mexican folk songs, there's not a set order that the verses have to be sung in. There's usually a verse that is often the one that's like beginning the song, and like you say it to kind of like kick off the song, and there's often one that's the end, that's like, all right, here's the end of the song, thank you for listening, kind of verse. But everything else in the middle is open to interpretation. So
I had a question for you about that song.
Yeah.
Do you know what a daffodil looks like, or did you just choose daffodil because it rhymes with when you are still?
I just chose it because it rhymes with.
Do you know it? Would you, if you saw daffodil, would you say that is a daffodil?
I mean, I think I know what a daffodil looks like because of the album artwork that he like put a daffodil in there. I think I can, but I don't think I really know what
it. Look to art before nature. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the art is the more of the real.
The rhyme. What I see is the ill rhyme. Daffodil. When you are still. I'm a word guy. So
I know. All right, just checking in about that.
Wow.
I know what daffodils look like, and I love all the kinds of daffodils. And I wish I had more different kinds of daffodils in my front yard.
Oh. What was the other thing we said we were going to mention? We said we definitely will mention the documentary, and there was one other thing.
I know.
Oh yeah. Oh, Susan's Museum.
I've started this new project. David's my executive producer. It's called Susan's Museum, and museum is spelled with a Z. And what it is that I have been filming these little short episodes of maybe 4 to 9 minute long little lessons about music. So, for example, I will teach you about what is harmony. What's harmony, everybody? Does anyone know what harmony is? And I will talk to you about that for 8 minutes and show you what harmony is on different instruments and talk to you about what it is and sing you some harmonies. And I have one about dynamics. What are dynamics? Does anyone know? Some of you might, but I will talk to you about it during my first few episodes of Susan's Museum. And I play about 8 different instruments to show you these different musical ideas. And I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Someone is asking if they need to come over to our house and give me a haircut. Steve.
Steve.
Now.
Excuse me. I just gave him a haircut yesterday. This is the haircut.
This is the haircut.
This is the haircut. Wow. I'm going to take, I don't know. Is that. Anyway, I'm glad he can tell that it's really a style.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very, yeah. This is on purpose, everybody. In case you were wondering, This is when you're really trying. This is hair when you're really trying.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but it was cut. It was even longer.
Our son Moses and I both got haircuts yesterday. So thank you for noticing that something is special about my hair. I'm sorry that you interpreted it as me needing a little more work.
I mean, the thing is, what's interesting is that the view on Instagram maybe looks like you need a haircut. The view over here looks great. So maybe try a Facebook or YouTube if you want a different view.
Nicolás y Nicolás, no mucho que te calo el mapa tú que me das. Si quieres, si puedes, si tú no lo verás. Ay, qué bonito vale la mujer de Nicolás. Get margarita, kissing Antonio Juana. Once you see her tamales de iguana. Get margarita, kissing Antonio Juana. Once you see her tamales de iguana. Nicolás, Nicolás y Nicolás. Headed to Chile, but you never got a cuss. No, you can get out of Mexico, but you got it. Now you're gonna have a baby and she'll be a Mexican. Mi amigo Nicolás, camina para adelante, camina para atrás. No ven caballotín, mi amigo Nicolás, camina para adelante, camina para atrás. Nicolás y Nicolás. Headed to Chile, but you never got a cuss. No, you can get out of Mexico, but you got it. Now you're gonna have a baby and she'll be a Mexican. Bonito por delante, bonito de costado, bonito las mujeres que pasen pateado. Bonito por delante, bonito de costado, bonito las mujeres que pasen pateado. Nicolás y Nicolás, lo mucho que te quiero, vamos pa' con que me das. Si quieres, si puedes, si tú no lo verás. Ay, qué bonito para la mujer de Nicolás. Said you stars fell from the sky, baby come to find a mineral. Said you stars fell from the sky, baby come to find a mineral. Nicolás y Nicolás. Headed to Chile, but you never got a cuss. No, you can get out of Mexico, but you got it. Now you're gonna have a baby and she'll be a Mexican. Aquí ya me despido porque no puedo más. Aquí acabo cantando los de Nicolás. Aquí ya me despido porque no puedo más. Aquí acabo cantando los de Nicolás. Nicolás y Nicolás. Headed to Chile, but you never got a cuss. You can get out of Mexico, but you got it. Now you're gonna have a baby and she'll be a Mexican. Nicolás y Nicolás. Headed to Chile, but you never got a cuss. You can get out of Mexico, but you got it. Now you're gonna have a baby and she'll be a Mexican.
I didn't know if I was going to sing in English or Spanish every time it came around. So sorry to keep you on your toes so much, but I was on my toes. That is a traditional song, a traditional son, as we were talking about earlier. And what's cool about this idea of son mexicano, that's what one of the styles of music that we draw heavily on in this band, is that they tried to distinguish between música, which was what you would hear in a church, or that was, a refined cultural thing, and then everything else they called son, sound. And they didn't really, this is hundreds of years ago when they were coming up with this designation, and they were trying to distinguish that, like, what people played that were people that lived in a community or a small town. They were trying to say that that wasn't music, that music was some on a higher plane or more dignified. But it was the son that were still playing, the stuff that was just so integrated to people's lives and that helped give meaning to their lives and was their way of communicating their feelings and their way of making sense of the world. And that's the stuff that's thriving and alive and that's still such an integral part of life down in Mexico and more throughout the world. So they tried to say it was less by calling it son, but it's the thing that really survived and still is so vibrant down there. So that was a traditional song that we've done a version in English on our record, and so that's why I was kind of going back and forth between English and Spanish, because I dug up some of those older verses for our Cinco de Mayo party the other night.
Someone just asked, they said they were riffing on piano in D. Was that the right key? And the song was in G, but that means D is the 5th chord, the 5. So that would be an excellent choice of something to riff on, because then it sort of works with the 1 chord or the 5 chord. D was a great choice, but it was in G. Thanks, Jonah. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Sure. This is a song about 5 or 6 years ago. I released an album of lullabies, but it had one kind of upbeat song on it. It started as a lullaby and then kind of got a little groovier. And so this is the sort of more upbeat song called Caballito Blanco. And we played it on Tuesday, our all Spanish set. But do I play something?
Yeah. It's about a little white horse. But it's also about nostalgia and a desire to go back to the town where you were born. Here it goes. It's kind of a classic lullaby song. Caballito blanco, sácame de aquí, llévame a mi pueblo, donde yo nací. Tengo, tú no tienes nada. Tengo 3 ovejas en una cabaña. Una me da leche, otra me da lana, otra mantequilla toda la semana. Caballito blanco, sácame de aquí, llévame a mi pueblo donde yo nací. Tengo, tú no tienes nada. Tengo 3 ovejas en una cabaña. Una me da leche, otra me da lana, otra mantequilla toda la semana. Caballito blanco, sácame de aquí, llévame a mi pueblo, donde yo nací.
That song is about having 3 little sheep, one to give you milk, one to give you wool, and one to give you butter. Isn't that sweet? Doesn't everybody want those 3 little sheep?
Does anybody have 3 sheep like that?
I think there are 3 sheep out at my brother's farm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they give him milk, wool, and butter, but you never know. All right.
Again, thank you guys for watching and coming and hang out with us Friday afternoon.
Sweet.
Such a lovely gathering across all the different social media platforms. We really appreciate it. We appreciate also if you share this and let other people, especially people that are at home with kids, let them know about that we're doing this. There's this new thing I'm noticing, stars on Facebook Live. People are giving us stars. It's like a way of giving us a little tip.
Thank you.
It's very sweet, and we really appreciate
250 stars. Wow.
And so, but if you also, there are other easy, very simple ways to tip the band if you would like, or maybe most importantly, if you want to become a sustaining member to help this band keep going, there's something called Patreon, and we have a page where we put up different things from our musical archives, songs, different versions of songs, our writings about the songs, and we'll put Suze's museum project up there, but we'll put it up there first, and then we'll also put it out to the wider audience, so you'll be able to check out her. The first part of the series will be these musical education videos, but I think
sounds so boring, but they're more fun than that.
They're awesome. Oh, we just got 50 stars. Thank you, Bill. 50 stars. We feel like stars. Oh, wow. So if you want to become a member of the Patreon page, the special thing that's happening this Friday.
That's today.
That's today at 8:30 p.m. I don't know about you, but I have a harder time telling which day it is now that we're in quarantine and that we've been home for this many consecutive days.
I know that's always hard for us though, because when we go on tour, we like play music every night, and you don't know which Saturday or Friday or Saturday. But it is especially hard for everyone now, I think.
I was thinking about maybe that pocket piano.
Okay.
Would that be all right?
Yeah.
It'll take me 1 second because I'm going to need to plug that in.
Sure.
Okay.
I will mention that I just saw the name of one of my favorite musicians, whose name is Alan Kaufman, and he is one of the people I first started playing music with in Boston about probably 15 years ago or something. And he is the one who taught me lots of songs. He wrote one of the songs that's on my Lullaby album that I just mentioned. And he also taught me to yodel, even though my yodeling voice is not up to par. It's not in as good a shape as it could.
At all, or would that be too much?
I don't know if I could. Yeah, I'm going to practice it. Right. I'm going to practice yodeling a little bit. Maybe I could do the song that Alan wrote next Friday. That'll be my goal.
Great. Can I pass this to you?
Sure.
I know we're a little tangled up in our little studio here, but
could you press that and turn on the
full volume there for the fiddle?
Yeah, you can do full volume.
Okay. All right. I thought we were going to be playing songs this Sunday night when we do our chill, vibey, romantic set. We're going to keep some of the set towards mother-oriented for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And so this song is one we'll be playing then. It's about a baby in utero. It's called Little Heart. Listen to that little heart beating. Listen to that little song repeating. Your belly trembling with life. I can't believe that you're my wife. Like a flower to the touch, the world has opened up. I wanna listen to that little heart beating. Listen to that little song repeating. The sky is so vast, clouds they move too fast. So we built our little island, honey, in the belly of a lion. I wanna listen to that little heart beating. Listen to that little song repeating. Pause between each breath. Two hearts inside your chest. Everything is filled with light. Even the darkness here is bright. Listen to that little heart beating. Listen to that little song repeating. Thank you guys so much. This is my trusty little pocket piano. It's a little synthesizer. You can see it's just designed just like almost like a keyboard down here at the bottom. So it's easy to, if you know how to play a keyboard, you can play one of these basically. Or even if you don't know what you're doing, you can still, our kids pick this up and can make really cool sounds on this. Sue sometimes thinks it sounds too much like a video game. So she doesn't, she's not as entranced by it as those of us who grew up on Nintendo are. Sometimes there's weird sounds like that. All right, here's something. We don't have a set list. We'll probably do one more song, but I thought we could try to come up with a song, an improv song, based on some ideas we get. We can take an idea from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you can give us an idea for a song for the pocket piano, it's for the pocket piano.
Okay. One Instagram idea, one YouTube idea, one Facebook idea.
It could be a word or a theme or a flower, a type of flower. It could all be different types of flowers.
No, they don't have to be flowers.
And we'll just see what happens, because there's so many things you can do on this thing.
No one has any ideas yet, or they haven't come through.
It takes there's a little bit of delay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get a.
It's got a battery in it. I think someone was asking how it's powered.
Yeah. That could be interesting, depending on what the song is about.
Okay, Little Lamb. That's the first idea. Little Lamb.
Summer. I like that. Summer.
Little Lamb. Summer.
All right, come on, Instagram. You guys have got to have an idea over there. Dancing. Aliens. Summer aliens. I like that. Summer aliens. Wind.
Purple puppy.
Bridge. Purple puppy. Summer aliens.
Prophets.
Oh my, this is going to be that you guys are using this as your jumping off point. I love that. This is kind of an alien like. Let's see, how fast do we want to have it? That's too fast.
Okay. Masks and wild roses are some other ideas. Bridge and wind.
Okay, I like kind of the fast thing. It's in F here. There was a summer wind. Something is coming on a summer wind. Something is coming. Let's go to a G minor here. Aliens are coming. Aliens are coming, and they have puppies. They have puppies. They have puppies. Why do they have puppies? Summer wind. Summer wind. Summer wind. Summer wind.
Summer wind, everyone.
Thank you for helping us write that song. I think that's going to be on our next record. We might play it tonight for the Patreon only stream. It's a new song, right? Does that count? The thing is, this is a wild instrument. It's almost like you can't predict what sound is going to come out. When I started playing different things.
My fiddle sometimes.
Oh. Wow, you guys.
Lots of heart bubbles. Heart bubbles are flying.
Summer wind. Summer wind is just, it's a song that we all wrote together.
I'm so glad it's saved forever on YouTube.
Oh man, that was fun. Thank you guys for humoring us there. It's that easy. It's so easy to write a song. That's all it takes. That's usually what we're up here doing, just kind of, putting a bunch of random words together and seeing what happens. All right. One more song to finish it up.
What's it going to be? Do we know? Do you know what it's going to be?
No, I don't even know. I was thinking maybe like
Request?
another Spanish one, like an abueluco, possibly.
Nice.
That could be fun, right?
Yeah.
We'll stay on our sides.
Okay, I'll pass you that.
Let's switch and get our instruments.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Eventually, we're gonna have this indoor studio here for these live streams where just all our instruments are just like you can just grab them off this invisible wall that's right here.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It'll be easy. All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Our family-friendly stream for the young and the young at heart. Every Friday, 2 p.m. for the foreseeable future. We're so excited to get to hang out with you guys and play music and be silly and dig into the most family-friendly songs of ours.
Including Summer Wind.
Summer Wind.
Chad just said he's sincerely glad it's saved. We'll honestly go listen to that. I mean,
you're too kind. You're too kind. All right. So again, the big thing's coming up, just so you know. This Friday, 8:30 p.m.
That's today.
On YouTube. Tonight, 8:30 p.m. If you're a Patreon member, there's a special link where you can watch us. We'll play brand new songs that we've never played before. And we'll talk a little bit about the new record and answer questions about it. Then this Sunday, 9 p.m., it's the Mother's Day stream, the live stream. All songs, or most of the songs, geared towards moms.
I.e. things that I like. My favorite songs.
Exactly. Suze's choice. And then finally, next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, it's so soon, we're going to be debuting the new documentary about the band and the making of Line of Light. And it's going to be on YouTube, on our page. I think it's on our page, or we'll put up the link. You'll find it. We'll all be watching it together. The debut of the documentary, Uncover the Gold, is what it's called. And we'll watch and hang out, and then we'll talk for a while after that and maybe play some songs too. So thank you guys so much for being here. As always, thanks for the generous tips, the heart emojis, the
Facebook stars,
the hand claps on YouTube, everything. It matters. It brightens our day. We're so glad to get to spend this time with you all. And we're going to finish with this song that we played as part of our Cinco de Mayo party. It's on this little record we put out. It's called A la Rumba Rumba, and it's an EP of all songs in Spanish, mostly of the Mexican folk traditions. And this is a song called El Abueluco, and it comes from Veracruz, Mexico.
All right.
Yo quise y no quisiera, y no sé si usted quiera, y no sé si usted quiera. Yo quisiera y no quisiera, que mojara tu pañuelo y me dieras la mitad. Yo quisiera y no quisiera, y no sé si usted quiera. Por la cara, como dice que lo ganan y lo bailan, las mujeres bailadoras mexicanas. De noche me mata frío, de madrugada sereno, de madrugada sereno, de noche me mata frío, cuando yo le lo ya me voy para Acapulco, ya me voy para Acapulco, ya me voy a despedir. Casi terminando besos, este sol el agualuco, ya me voy a despedir, ya me voy para Acapulco.
Thanks so much, everyone.
All right.
So fun to spend the afternoon with you. We hope we see some of you tonight on the Patreon only live stream. And we'll see some of you Sunday night. We'll do our Mother's Day mellow evening, mellow and romantic. And next Tuesday is our documentary debut. So we'll tell you more about that. Stay tuned on all these sites. And thank you all so much for being together. It's so fun to have you all. We feel your presence, even if we don't see your names or little star bubbles or whatever. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.